Okay, here we are back in the letter. So we are currently in Hannah's chapter, and to start things off, Luke's had a negative relationship with her because of the whole revealing the letter thing in the branching choice in the previous chapter. So that's somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, right there. So by showing the letter to Rose, that strains their relationship, and basically we're going to spend this chapter cutting Luke down every chance we get. So we are on the quest for the true ending. Depending on how fast I actually get through this, I may actually do a speed through of Zach's, even though I will link, well, in the playlist I'm going to put the full video. So you want to remain silent to complicate things further. Question the need for a meeting. I think that, yeah, that weakens the relationship with her. She's not going to survive anyway, so no loss. But this is pretty much what I plan on doing for all the chapters we've already tread. Pretty much there isn't really anything new to gain by going through this. I mean, like, if you want to see this in detail, hit up the Grim Reaper run, because that's the type of thing I'm going for. We're going to threaten her here. Here's Zach. We're going to try to burn the bridge with him, too. But keep in mind, later on in the playlist, I will have to do Ash and Luke's chapters in full. Maybe... I don't think Rebecca's needs to be redone from the Everyone Lives route. But yeah, playlist is going to be patchwork stuff.
I was talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
So remember, he does not like the press. As a result, more strain. So you need to call them out so you don't get possessed. Jury's still out on whether or not I'm going to do a possession video of her where I just have... It'll actually probably be something like this. I have her possessed and I'll just go through the chapters with this on.
I don't know.
And we can see what events are actually different. I know the very ending will be different as a result, so there is that. Plus there's the whole cooking session I know of that's different. So it's been about 2 minutes, almost 3, and we are almost through the entirety of the chapter. So much faster than doing this the normal way, right? So October 29th, this is the day of her death. I was trying to explain the timeline. 29th is when... yeah. So she only sees Luke on that day. Then on the 30th, she goes for her prenatal checkup with the doctor, and then the 31st is when she disappears and she reappears with the ghost, and that's her next interaction with the rest of the cast. So as a result, when she's possessed, she will only interact with Luke. And like I said, you have the cooking session. So right here we're going to tell the truth. I don't think you really want to keep secrets from the survivors here. And in case you're wondering for the survivors, that's going to be...
I don't know about...
Isabella, Rebecca, and Zach. The other 4 are dead. So sorry, Ash fans, yes, he is not going to make it. To quote a game, the black winds are blowing. He will shortly perish. So you need to show this to Ash so you can meet the professor. I don't know which one it is here. She's married to one?
You do know she's married.
Yeah, I guessed correctly. That's not the point here, Ash. Ah, crap.
That's completely, but
I warned you.
I get it, alright? But you can't just expect me to turn it down after I made a commitment to a client. I've got to put food on my table.
I didn't say you shouldn't, but you should not be messing with them.
I wasn't messing with them.
And this isn't?
It was a job, and that ain't how these photos were intended to come out. You think I'd go out of my way just to edit something like this? There's something weird going on here.
And you think Luke Wright will see it that way? You think the Wright missus will find it amusing?
I did not do this for my amusement, Ash. People's lives might be at stake here.
If you understood that in the first place, we wouldn't be having this stupid talk. Luke fucking Wright is a dangerous man, Zach. Keep hanging around them and you'll find yourself burnt to a crisp in your apartment or floating down a river 3 days later.
So the burn to a crisp part is referring to Andrew Clark's wife, and the floating down a river part, I don't recall that one.
This case is...
Will you stop talking about the damn case for once and just listen to me? Why do you think Isabella's...
Don't you dare bring her into this. We're talking about you and this stupid...
Oh, of course you don't want to talk about it. Because you're fucking afraid there's some damn truth to what she's saying now that there's two of us. Ash, dude, that ain't what I meant to.
You said enough, Zach.
So right here is Clark's
You
card.
shouldn't be running blind. Call this guy. He'll be less inclined to shout at you. Might even talk some sense into you.
And there we go. After the argument, so that we had new line.
He
some
sent a message ahead. A friend needs to have some sense knocked into him. In verbatim. That boy never changes.
I wasn't really expecting you to do that.
So you can see there are just a couple lines that change here and there. It's not really anything significant when you do different choices for the most part, unless it affects relationships. But anyway, for the most part, I don't think the relationships
I even got in
matter
a
for
fight
this.
with my best friend because of her.
But hey, we're filling up the tree.
If this has something to do with the other day, I really am sorry about that. It was rude, and I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
Next time you'll just smack him, right?
No, don't apologize. I should have listened.
So you can see Ash is slowly starting to come around. We can still fix
It ain't
this.
too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here.
3 people can use a lot of duct tape. And duct tape fixes everything. Well, except for the things that you need the WD-40 for, but that's like a loophole to the rule. So for this, you need Zach to survive the day or night or whatever you want to call it. Since keep looking for Ash. So if you go in here, he gets arrested, but he's not going to die until the night. So here we're in Marianne's chapter. I don't really remember there being anything significant in hers. Unfortunately, you have to remember she's the Kickstarter character. Someone backed at a level to create this character. As a result, she doesn't have that big an influence, I think, on the grand scheme of things. One thing I did want to see... So, Luke is neutral. I would say never mind.
Never mind.
Wow. So yeah, you do need to stop him. So I guess he does feel some guilt for cheating on Hannah or something. I don't know. Either that or he just has no respect for her, one of the two, which is entirely... Well, Luke has no respect for anyone, let's face it. No need to mince words. So I know I chose this one before. That boosts the relationship between the two of them. That's how I got the art ending. Well, epilogue. That's probably the best way to describe it. So if you check it out, you get the jump scare. Surprise.
Is that any way to say hello to a good friend?
Okay, maybe he likes her, but she doesn't
We
like him.
aren't friends. Let's get that straight first off, Mr. Wright. Secondly, you're a married man. So that thing that happened shouldn't have happened.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me it wasn't even a little fun. A bit of a romp never hurt anybody.
Tell that to Rochelle.
No, it wasn't fun, and we shouldn't have done it. But since we did, let's pretend it didn't happen and never speak of it again.
I was drunk and had no self-control. Don't I get a free pass?
Let's burn the bridge entirely. So that's only a little lower.
What? No, you don't get a free pass. How can you even say that with such a straight face? You do realize what you've done, don't you? Even if you were drunk, the fact of the matter is, you had at one point taken off your wedding ring and knowingly cheated on your missus. I am quite sure you didn't have one and you blatantly told me you were single when you chatted me up at the bar.
And you're the saint then? But according to you, I was drunk. So you must have taken advantage of me in my state.
Wow.
I fail to see why I'm the only one to blame in this situation.
We were both drunk, you bastard. Don't you dare try to twist this around. You don't know who you're messing with.
I'm afraid you're the one who doesn't know who you're messing with, lassie. I know who you are, Marianne McCullough. I've looked into you, you bloody bog jumper. You're nothing but a glorified turf cutter. I'd be careful with how I speak if I were you. What's that saying about biting the hand that pays you? It goes something like that.
And there you have it, the whole blackmail thing. Wow, so now that you think about it, Hannah threatens her with the route I went for, and Luke is coercing her into silence. Wow. Professional's point
you
of
can
view.
still have a guess.
See, Marianne agrees with me.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
But the structural integrity of the mansion might be at risk if we try to turn the dining hall or any of the rooms into a garage. Taking down one of the exterior walls might hit one of the support beams. And with a mansion that old, I'd rather not risk it, especially without closer inspection. There's always compromise, of course.
I suppose that's better than nothing. Better than flat out saying no.
Mrs. Wright does have a point. There's plenty of space for a garage outside of the mansion itself. If you'd like a covered parking space, we can arrange something on the grounds instead.
Then we better go there. I want to see where we can build a garage.
So I'm pretty sure they had that conversation before. I find it a little interesting that even if you've seen it on a different route, since you haven't explored this branch, it won't count. So for this one, I think we need to go to the first floor. That will reveal a little bit more information. Decide on your own. Thinking for one person's hard enough. I can't do it for two. So here we have the little QuickTime event, which you can skip over. So I think we're like 13 minutes in by now, and we are moving into Rebecca's chapter. So 26 is still a little bit before the party. Then you get those images, you get to see Baruthiel make a cameo appearance here. We'll try to lighten the mood. Don't really care. But you know, it'd be pretty nice for the everyone dies ending if you actually saw Baruthiel burn the house down in the end. That'd be the perfect way for that bastard cat to stick it to everyone one last time. Granted, in the long run, I guess it would be making the world a better place, quote unquote. And then the cat gets to screw over someone, so the cat's doing what it does best. Anyway, here's the end. We need to stay. And that's what I call a close shave. So this might make a nice little brief video. Leading all the way up to Ash's chapter. And I might be able to have it all in less than 20 minutes. Now the thing is, I think we need to talk to Ash. You have to keep the group a little bit closer together, rather than how I spent time with Luke on the Glimmer of Hope route. So Isabella stayed because you need to stay in order to meet the professor. So the cold actually does boost their friendship, because I got a bad friendship ending with them, if you don't remember. So there goes Rebecca reinforcing the whole crazy woman driver stereotype. So I'm actually kind of curious. If I can handle it, that makes his relationship go down.
You've done enough, Ash. Let me take it from here.
Don't you have a class to teach today? Tuesdays are your busiest this school year, aren't they?
Yeah, but someone has to check on her. And I don't want to impose on you any further. I've already disturbed your sleep.
You're not imposing. Besides, I'm doing you a favor. I know you, Becca. You hate being late or missing a day of work for a very small thing. Leave this to me.
You said you're waiting for a call from the chief.
I'm dropping by the precinct anyway. There's some trouble I have to fix with those guys. It won't be completely out of the way.
Ashton, Okay, whatever you want to do.
And there you have it. So now she goes back to teaching. We're going to...
No problem. If anything comes up, just drop me a line, okay?
Ah, man, I was hoping that little bleeding locker thing would have stayed up a little bit longer. But, oh well.
Mister, you have...
We'll apologize to Kylie. And then this is the part I think that actually makes a difference for her, because I think you have to turn down their invitation to meet with Ash. You're good at handling the kid. So here we go in the bathroom. The thing is, if I weren't trying to be such a jerk to Ash, I probably could have went for the one thing here, but I'll worry about that when I get the Soul Survivor ending. I'll put it that way. Tomorrow afternoon, what you doing? So right here is the party, and then we'll meet the professor the following day when we get access to the archives of the library. Okay, so we're about 20 minutes in, we're approaching the end of the video now. I have one more quick time event to skip. Make for the door. Although she does catch a cart with her hip. And there we have it. So we are currently on the true ending route. You can see the various relation. Wow. How did this bridge get mended? Okay. So anyway, Hannah has bit the big one. It's going to start out the same way to a certain degree, but we are going to diverge more later on because Hannah's not going to be here for the last stretch. We also have to pay a visit to the precinct where we saw Luke when he's making the whole fuss. Actually, he might not be there because Zach didn't get arrested. I'm not entirely sure. But that's something we'll have to find out in the next video, so hopefully this will hold you guys over. And we're on the precipice of finding out what really happened. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.